Good morning, gamers. Welcome back to the MCSR Ranked Season 3 playoffs. Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody.
Morning.
Early morning for me, early morning for Nerdy, early morning for some of you. Some of you are EU, some of you are AS. AS? Asia? Do people say AS for that? AU, stuff like that. I don't know. All time zones of the world. We got some good Minecraft coming at you guys today. If we want to throw it over to the bracket quickly, actually, just so we can introduce kind of what we're doing. We're going to be playing the entire top 8 of our bracket today, the entire quarterfinals. It's not in this order. Our first match today is going to be Lowkey versus Hackingnoises. Our second match is going to be Dougal versus Priffin, followed by Seven Ral versus Danny Boy, and then finishing up with the Ox City beef salad match. All 4 of these quarterfinal matches will be happening today, and then tomorrow at the same time, at the same place, we're going to be finishing up the entire bracket with the 2 semifinals matches, the third place match, and the grand finals match, which will lead us into determining the Season 3 playoffs winner. Nerdy, how are you feeling about today? Are you excited? What's going through your head? Any matchups you're excited to see? Anybody you're excited to watch? What's the deal?
Dude, of course there's good matches today. There's going to be good. I mean, like we've talked about before, as we progress through, the matches only increase in quality. I will say I might be most excited about this first match. I think that's I
Talk
think
me
that
through
it,
that.
I think Lowkey, the former winner last week, personally, I was most impressed by Hackingnoises as far as just raw his ability to just send it, his ability to just go in. I felt like I think I saw a chat from someone that said it looks like he's playing on 2x speed. And I agree. I agree with that. It looks like I'm watching a 2x speed VOD when I watch Hackingnoises. And so I'm excited for this match. We got 2 very skilled runners. And I mean, but that being said, like I said before, every single match is going to be great. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think Hackingnoises showed up so well last week, and again, I mean Lowkey being the winner from last season, also could not possibly have been scared more by last week's performance. I think almost Walyoshi almost playing better, losing on the last seed to a perch race, kind of waiting for perch while Lowkey came in and had to 0, but Walyoshi seemed like the better player almost in the best of 3 last week. A qualifier player versus Lowkey, who won the entire Season 2, beating the Season 1 winner in Silver Run. So, I mean, Lowkey's got to change something up about his gameplay if he wants to stand up to Hackingnoises and make this a nice best of 5, in my opinion.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think last week Loki's performance was very good, but I think it could have been. It felt a little bit like there's something not quite at the level of season 2 for me, and I felt like maybe just a little bit, just moving a little slower than I recall him playing in the past,
Or maybe
and
I'm playing too
overall.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm hoping that Loki irons out those mistakes and plays at the standard that we sort of were expecting from last week. And I mean, again, he didn't play bad. He still, won the
That's a
match,
win,
right?
yeah.
Like,
That's a win.
but I think there was maybe I'm just holding Loki to too high of a standard here. Maybe I'm just kind of using um the incredible skill I've watched in the past and just kind of extrapolating too much, having too much, not appreciating the skill he demonstrated last week enough. Maybe that's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's fair.
At the
That's
same
fair.
time,
Could be
at the same
hating too much.
time, I do think I think Loki can show up today, and I think Loki
I mean,
can
yeah.
be a strong contender. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not.
We've seen the brilliance. I mean, he took
Yes.
down Silver last season. We've seen it. I'm also hearing reports in chat of a potential finger injury last week, and I've heard that throughout calls. So could be a little bit of physical incapacitation causing Lowkey to almost falter last week. But we'll see. I mean, it's match one coming up. And Nerdy, I don't know if you heard, but the runners do have a little bit of added pressure today. The prize pool was $2,500, mirroring season 1's prize pool, but thanks to a very generous anonymous donation from a viewer, we have actually doubled the season 3 ranked prize pool back to $5,000. So the winner will be taking
Wow.
home $3,000 United States USD. second place will take home 1,500, and third place will take home 500, mirroring what season 2 is. So we got a sponsor, but it's a little unorthodox way. But yeah, very, very big shout outs to the anonymous Twitch chat donator. It could be one of you guys. You know who you are in chat. Appreciate it.
That is so generous. That makes it more hype, you know. That's all that does. Just makes things even more hype.
Exactly.
So yeah, thank you so much to that anonymous donor.
Yeah. Very, very excited to see it. I mean, it puts a little more pressure on the runners. Hopefully, I mean, gets them to showcase the best Minecraft that we've seen all week. So very, very nice. And with that, I think we can actually throw to our player cards for a bit as we're getting ready to get into our first match of the day. I mean, we've seen a lot of this info last week, but for people who weren't there, I mean, the only thing that's really going to change for us is the win-loss versus opponent nerdy, and what does Lowkey's card tell you about his chances in the match today?
Yeah, I mean, if you read this and you're not impressed, then I don't even know what there is to say, you know. 66% win rate over just an insane amount of games. Like that is the impressive thing to me. It's not just that win rate is high, but it's that it's high at that level of games played. Like that is ridiculous. 1,500 games played is, I mean, that is one of the most, if not the most. And so that just shows his experience, I think, and you know the ability to just grind. And so I think that these while these are kind of higher stakes matches, I think he should be very well equipped. And then yeah, the win loss versus opponent, like you said, I definitely think that's telling. I think it tells that Lowkey has the edge here, right? Like we've seen him win a notable margin more than he loses against Hackingnoises. And you know, if we extend that and assume that, you know, other factors aren't in play, which of course they are, then I think you can make a strong guess that Lowkey will win. However, you know, you never know. There's never there's always room for error in these stats. They're not perfect. So, I mean, Hackingnoises is a formidable opponent, as we see here. I mean, look at this. Very good stats here as well. Not the same quantity of games played, not the same level of experience in ranked, but regardless, still incredible numbers all round.
Yeah, I mean, very, very similar. I mean, the average time a little slower. Best ranked time, obviously, minutes slower. That, I mean, does tend to be like who rolls the better ranked seed, and Lowkey has played, you know, triple Hackingnoises ranked matches, if not more. So,
Yep.
does kind of make sense that would be lower. But again, you do need to play with some speed to get a 620, and even to get a 724. Like, you could roll the best seed in the world and you still have to show up and play that seed well and get a fast time. And we almost saw Hackingnoises get a 7-minute time last week. If it wasn't for Stronghold, if it was in the Stronghold at like, I think 520 or 530 or something. It was a very, very disgusting run. But yeah, I mean, this win-loss, I think it's close enough to even nerdy where this could go anyway, right? Yeah. Very close to the 9-9 that it would be for the 18 games being even. And I mean, both these players, very, very evenly matched. It's going to just be who shows up today. Who's going to be playing the best Minecraft? I know Hackingnoises is from Asia. I have no idea what time it is for him in there. Like maybe like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., something like that. I have no idea what the scheduling is. And then Lowkey, I mean, I think he's NA, I'm pretty sure. So like, I don't know which time zone though. Like, did he just wake up? Has he been up for 4 hours? I don't know, right? Like,
right.
People are saying midnight for hacks and chat. Like, I mean, you got to just show up and you got to play your game, and it's just going to be who's warmed up, who's going to show the other player that they want to win more. And so I'm very, very excited to watch. And I think we can throw it over to our seed selection process. For those who are for those who don't know what this is, the way ranked works is when you queue up and play a game of ranked for yourself or with your friends or with anybody, the seeds go through a filter, so they're all very, very playable. And that includes 5 different types of overworlds. We have 2 ocean-based overworlds, Shipwreck and Buried Treasure, and 3 sort of land-based overworlds with the Village, Desert Temple, and Rune Portal picks. This only affects how the overworld generates, only affects how you're getting in the nether, how you're getting your iron to enter the nether with a pickaxe. and a bucket. And these runners sort of get a little bit of leeway in what seed they're picking. So the higher seed gets to ban second and pick first. And then the loser of each seed gets to pick the next seed that they want to play. And so, granted, doesn't change anything about the potential nether that you're going to get. Doesn't change anything about the end, stuff like that. But if you're more confident in a type of overworld than your opponent, might as well go for it. If you think you can, have an edge on certain, off-meta picks like a desert temple or a village, or if you think your mechanics are better, go ahead and pick that buried treasure, pick that rune portal, stuff like that. So, Nerdy, what do these pick bans tell you about how these runners are thinking going into this first seed?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I would say that Lowkey banning Desert Temple does make sense. I think that is kind of the weirdest of the bunch. Hacking Noises banning Shipwreck, I think, also makes sense from the perspective that shipwrecks are a thing that you can just miss. It's possible to just miss it in a way that is different from the other ones. You can always obviously miss BT, but you can just sort of not see I feel like it's very easy to just miss the shipwreck, to maybe go to the wrong shipwreck, something like that, to not necessarily know if you should swim out to it or to craft your tools and then boat out to it. And it's those kinds of things that can make shipwreck seeds, combined with the fact that sometimes the food is inconsistent as well. Like, these kinds of things add up to make them just a little bit more inconsistent overall for top level runners compared to something like Buried Treasure, which we see Lowkey pick. I feel like this seems to me like those two picks are kind of in sync with one another, not like picking against the other person, but more like we just don't want to play these seeds.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's completely fine from both runners, right? Like they don't want as much variance in the overworld as possible. Buried Treasure going to be very, very consistent. You do have to find the Magma Ravine, which can be weird. We've seen people lose some time to that. But both these runners are very experienced and ranked. Hopefully, I mean, Buried Treasure entered 5 to 10 seconds differentiating these runners. Village, again, I mean, you have to find the lava pool, and there's a lot of decision making in where you're getting your food in the village, how you're killing the golem, where you're grabbing beds, stuff like that. But then the rune portal may be the most linear overworld out of all 5. It's usually spawn next to the rune portal, place the obsidian, get your wood, and get in the nether. Sometimes, like, it can just be that fast. So yeah, I mean, this runner's trying to simplify. And again, this is a best of 5, so it is first to 3 will win the match. If we go 3-0, then we'll just see the 3 seed types that we talked about there: Buried Treasure, Village, and Rune Portal. But if we need a game 4 or 5, that means that the banned seeds can potentially be picked. So, if it is a 2-1 and then we get to a game 4, could see a Shipwreck or a Desert Temple played. And a game 5, the picks get a little wacky there. You're allowed to repick any seed that has either been played or been banned. So, going to be interesting. And I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of game 4s and potentially a lot of game 5s today. A lot of very, very evenly matched opponents and matches today. So, very exciting. And yeah, trying to think what else.
We are going to wait just a moment, chat, to let everyone catch up. We are waiting on. We just want to make sure that the co-stream. By the way, the co-stream is live, and we're just waiting on things to get synced up. So we're gonna need to kill a few minutes here. I hope you guys understand. Oh, okay.
And
Well,
Nerdy actually completely lied to.
I lied. I guess my bad. I didn't.
It's okay. It's early. It is what it is. Not your fault, Nerdy.
I got a ping to stall. I'm sorry, chat. My bad. I'm just gonna lie, I guess.
We were told to stall and then immediately told to not stall, and Nerdy was the one who took the fall. So it is what it is. But here's our BT seed, our first seed of the day. Let's get hyped. Come on, let's get hyped. Put that behind us, Nerdy. Let's get hyped. Both these runners trying to find this chunk. Looks like Lowkey's got it potentially. We'll see this stick out in the stone, maybe. Ooh, not confident. Hacking Noises on a completely different chunk here. I mean, this is a lot of variance potentially, and Hacking Noises, I think, scanning this through an ocean ruin, so Lowkey losing a little bit of time. And I mean, it's so early into the seed, but again, if the runner in the lead just plays perfectly, it's technically over, because you can't interact with your opponent at all in this game, in this situation. It is just a single player match at the end of the day. So technically, if Hackingnoises plays perfectly, he already won. But obviously, that basically never happens. Like, unless someone loses like a minute to finding the BT or more. But Lowkey found it quick enough. Gonna be seeing our crafts. Gonna be seeing them look for the magma ravine soon. Getting in the nether. Very exciting stuff.
I will say I totally agree with you, of course, but I feel like this to me it's not that one mistake was bad, but like I don't want to make that mistake in general. I really don't want to make that mistake against hacking noises.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, also the mental thing too, like seeing your opponent get that iron advancement and then you don't have it. And you're like, oh my God, where's the BT? Did I scan wrong? Sees the ocean route as well, just has to lock in, and Lowkey found it, which was good. Both these runners look like they're heading to the same ravine. Maybe Lowkey caught up a little bit of time
Yeah,
on
I
some
think so.
crafting.
I think so.
But again, if you're new, if you're watching us for the first time, everyone gets the same exact rates, same exact trades, same exact everything on these seeds. So both these runners are going to get the same flint rates, the same ravines here, and this ravine actually fake.
Wow. They both are
Not
getting
sure
faked
where
out by it.
not sure where the intended enter was for this seed, but I think Hackingnoises here's lava. Yeah, 0D for both of these runners. And he's going to get that Stone Age advancement, which I think is going to be telling for Lowkey potentially that he's going to be digging in this ravine. Big gamble from Hacks potentially.
Yeah, and we see Lavine Boblar, which I think is probably lava pops, right?
And he finds it. Yeah, Lowkey looking for another ravine, but this digging play from Hacks pays off. And this is potentially an overall decision that could decide a lot about this seed. Is this a ravine from Lowkey? Well, it is. Okay, so we're saved a little bit.
All right.
Not too bad from Lowkey. He's going to be in 10, 20 seconds. This looks real, and it is. One deep, but it is what it is. There is lava. He's going to be okay with that. But Hacks extending his lead in the nether here. Able to pathfind out this bastion first.
Yeah, I mean, definitely interesting plays here. We do see the difference in decision making there. Paying off for hacking noises, though, like you said, it was a bit of a gamble there. And now hacking noises
Wow.
is
Triple stables on Hackingnoises' screen.
very nice.
I mean, you just play a double triple here, I think, especially with 3. You play a double triple, you have the extra 4 gold blocks, all your chests are going to be up there. This is going to be a fast bastion, and the fortress was at spawn. Not that much decision making, not good if you're Lowkey fans or Lowkey. Hackingnoises, really not that much like mistake potential in this bastion here. We'll see. Ooh, he's carrying the gold here, not actually opting to not trade in the first triple. Is he going to carry this all the way to the third? Haven't seen this variation of a potential triple stables route before. Triple, might I add. Sort of delaying this gold trade to bring the pigs more centralized and get pigs from all 3 ramparts. I like the vision. He could be done with his trades very, very quickly here. Whereas Lowkey here trading, no, same thing. Wow. I'm out of date with my routes, I guess. Both these runners doing the same thing. Sort of a delayed, specific triple stables route here. I mean, it's got to be tried and tested. It must be faster if they're both doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
I see the vision.
It sure looks good.
Yeah. I mean, the vision, it's weird mentally, right? You're delaying the trades off of the first triple, but you're bringing all the pigs to the middle and then potentially getting 3 triple chests worth, as opposed to, starting in the middle and then going left and right, getting the gold. It's just, how do you segment it? How are you getting your chests? I think I like this. It's probably time neutral, if not maybe a little faster, but it just makes things more linear because you're able to get all the chests at once. You already have all the gold basically when you start trading.
I know.
I like the
it.
vision.
I think it's smart. Yeah, I think it's smart getting as many guys into one area as possible. It just keeps things very organized, I think.
I mean, now we just see both these runners doing the same thing, and it looks like Hacks is already out. I think that's 31 inventory in the hotbar. A couple stacks of pearls. Not sure about the string count, but
unless I'm mistaken, I think Hacks has missed his fire res twice. No, he didn't. Okay, no, he didn't miss the second one. Okay, sorry. I missed all that, but he missed the first one.
People in chat are saying -2. A lot of Omegalos. I might be inclined to believe you, Nerdy.
No, top right, he does have the little thing, so he definitely used.
Well, maybe he threw 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3?
That's what people in chat are saying. I mean, you do get a lot of fire res, so I don't really think it's a big deal unless that was genuinely his last one.
I think that was his last one.
It was his last. I think it actually was his last one.
I think that was actually potentially a bad mistake.
Yeah, I don't think he has another fire as his inventory. So, I mean, a funny mistake, but it could actually matter if these rates are bad. I mean, we have seen runners lose a lot of time, potentially, I mean, runs entirely to not popping fire res. This is interesting too. Lowkey with the diamond sword. I realized Hax made a shovel, and I thought there were two in the BT, and then he just made the shovel. And so, I mean, Iron Axe is not terrible, especially sitting in a spawner, but Lowkey's going to make up a little bit of time on these strays, forcing a lot out of this Crimson. It's very awkward though, because Hax is allowed to pre-craft a lot of stuff here while waiting at the spawner. Very awkward to, who's going to be in the lead. How good are Lowkey's strays? Falling. Oh, this is scary. Getting camped by Wither Skellies here as well. Nicely handled from Lowkey. Oh my god, look at this blind from Hax though. This could have just lost in the game. Mountains, Y100. You're not allowed to build your nether portal. The way that the ranked the mod works, if you guys don't know, is when you build your nether portal to blind out, it always, I think at most you can be like 5 Y levels below where you build it to stop, someone getting caved to Y11 and losing. But when you do have this mountain situation, it can't fix everything. Right. And I think he played this really well, ran through this cave, got one eye, 100%. Looked like it was measured correctly. So I think he played this well, didn't have to dig up. I mean, we saw last week 2 runners in the same cave, both dig up 30 blocks, and then as they came back down, saw a cave entrance literally right behind them. So, I mean, Hax learned from last week, learned from watching, played that well. But again, Nerdy, I mean, he doesn't have another fire res. And he's got 3 rods. He's already done his measurement, only needs 3 more, but it's scary. And Lowkey's got 6 rods building his portal. I mean, I don't think he's going to get caved here. It would need to be a mountain, like I said. But Hax has 4 blazes on his screen. I mean, this is really close. Very, very unclear who's in the lead here. But Hax is going. Yeah, got all his rods.
Hax to go, but he's gonna. Is he not gonna run out of fire res soon?
Yeah, I don't know how much time he has. I mean, that pearl on the ground here, it's not blinking yet, but he is bridging here like it's going to run out soon. But it was only 1,000. I think he's very close to the cords. But Lowkey's going to be moving there as well. Yeah, and Lowkey has the same cord, so Hax's spawner was a little bit closer. Hax with a, pretty solid 30-second lead heading into the stronghold, and that's going to be enough if he can close it out. Nice spike there on the right as well. Preemptive, trying to, X-ray the portal room, for lack of a better word. Not with that nav, but he might hear it. I like top right. I like going back. I like going top right. I like committing to this direction. I think he's got to trust his spike there. But it's giving Lowkey a little bit of time to catch up. Not one-shotting that nav. Is he going to trust this spike? Any light source down there? Oh, bad fall. Not too bad, though. There it is. Trust the spike. Gets that portal room. And if this is a zeroable end, the game is over. Yeah. He's got a gold pick as well, pre-crafted for the potential buried spawn. I love to see that good forward thinking at the spawner. It doesn't matter at all, but he's got it pre-crafted. It's a thought that counts. Looking like a back dragon, tall a little bit. But that's a great pearl, back 100. And he's not even going to send it. I mean, that's a very hard 0. I don't blame him, but it's going to give Lowkey potential to send this 0. I thought he threw a very good pearl. I thought that was maybe doable. I mean, that's a very, very hard 0.
Right.
Type sorry in chat as well. Like, I mean, that was a dime of a pearl, and it's gonna pressure Lowkey maybe to go for this. How good is this pearl? 95. He's sending it. Yeah, I mean, that's not an amazing pearl. This is a very hard 0. Yeah, it doesn't get it off. Needed an insane block extend there, and so we're going to be waiting for a perch. Both these players, Hax with a little bit of a lead here, but very, very hard 0. I don't blame either player for not going for it. I mean, I don't blame Hax for not going for it. I don't blame Lowkey. Obviously, he just wasn't going to hit the 0, so that's fine. And it looks like a perch for Hax. Player entering the end first should win here.
Here we are.
Got the obby already down. Has a lot of beds. Looking like a 1-0. Again, Dragon does have to die, Nerdy. As we all know. But there it is. Oh my god, an instant perch for Lowkey as well. He might actually kill the dragon before the game's over. Closer than it looked than we thought. And yeah, I do that. I mean, look at what Hax said in chat. Did you hit? I guess that's actually very scary. Knowing that it's somewhat possible, and Hax is sort of just waiting for the perch. He doesn't know that Lowkey didn't hit the 0, right? So pretty nervous. But both players ended up not hitting it. And I mean, looking at these splits, I mean, at the end of the day, maybe it just comes down to that overworld, Nerdy. 3 seconds
Yeah,
differentiating these
kind
runners
of,
in the
right?
entire nether. Yeah, I mean, could just entirely be that overall decision. 24 seconds of time save for Hacking Noises, and he won that seed by only 15, 20 seconds. So that
It
could
really
just be
is
the whole
like
thing.
every second matters. Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I mean they both played the Nether basically the exact same. I mean up to the fort, and then Strays took Lowkey one direction, Spawner
Sure.
took Hacking Noises the other direction. But I mean, if you look past that weird finding stronghold split, as Hacking Noises did do that on 3 rods instead of 6. I mean, insane, like exact same splits. Hacking Noises played the Bastion 1 second faster and played the Fortress 2 seconds faster, or I guess 10 seconds, and then the Nav there's 8 seconds there as well. But yeah, I mean, just almost entirely matched together, and just the overworld, just determining the seed 1. Very, very, very strong start to our seed. Like to see that, Nerdy.
Yes.
What are your thoughts going into seed 2?
Well, I'm excited. I will say this is a very random thing, but
Okay,
I'm
I'll
really
hear you
one
out.
thing I'm really hoping
I'll hear you
is
out.
that in one of these matches, and I think this is likely. I think this is fair to say this is likely. I would really like to see a bridge bastion. And here's
Why
my
is that?
reasoning. My
Okay,
reasoning is that these two runners, I don't know
Kevin
if you
Cook.
noticed, but they both use Norwegian.
Okay,
And one of the benefits to Norwegian is that it has a specific very fast craft with a gold pick and a gold helmet, like very very quickly, for the search crafting.
so you're
And
excited to see if they're
I
gonna search
want to
craft on
see
the bridge?
both of them do it. Yes, that's like one of the big advantages of Norwegian that
Of
Silver was
Norwegian?
telling me about.
Dude, Nerdy
And
knows more about these any percent languages than I do, man. I would not have been able to tell you
see
that.
Bridge Bastion, okay? I feel like it's like, it's just it would be so cool. Okay, I'm sorry. That's all. I thought that was a random fact I noticed that both of them
No,
are on
that I
this
mean that's
language. It's
exciting. I
the
like
same
that.
Ender Dragon language, Ender Dragon equivalent. I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I thought that was
Yeah,
cool that they're both using
no,
Norwegian for search crafting.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, maybe we'll have a bridge. We're seeing at least 2 more seeds, potentially 4. I mean, statistically, that does mean 1 bridge, Nerdy. You know me, I'm kind of a stats guy. But I think we could throw it over to our seed pick band, see what Lowkey has picked for us for seed 2, being 0-1 down. He is able to pick the overworld for seed 2. Has a choice between Room Portal and Village, and chooses Room Portal. Again, Nerdy, do you think this matters maybe a little bit more pick-wise than it would in a best of 3? Knowing that you potentially have to play 5 total seeds instead of 3, do you think it matters that much? You think it's still sort of doesn't really matter? I'm not sure.
No,
What are your
I mean,
thoughts?
I think there's some level to it mattering. I think okay, here's what I think. If these were two like AIs playing against each other and it was like there's no emotion and it was just like pure like game theory, then nah, I don't think it really mattered that much. I think it'd be like very, very subtle, right? But caveat, these are people, and people like the mental aspect is so important. Getting in your head about things is absolutely a thing. I feel like to me this reminds me of like in soccer how they or football, I guess most people around the world call it, right? For penalty shootouts, they choose you win the coin toss and you get to choose if you want to shoot first or not. For me, it's similar to that, where it's like there is no like objective advantage, right? You still want to score all the goals. You still want to, in this case, you still want to go fast. You still want to play the seeds, but like the mental of it is different, and that is to me at least what is important to talk about, right? So it's not necessarily that these are like huge differences, but it's that the mental component can absolutely, I think, give one team the edge.
Yeah, I think another thing that could potentially make this just a little bit weirder than the best of 3s is if we do get to the seed 4 pick, Nerdy, the person picking the seed for game 4 gets to pick between all 5 seed types, because we after 3 games we've used up the 3 that haven't been banned. You're allowed to pick anything, so there might be some strategy and trying to win seed 2 more than you're trying to win seed 3. I mean, ideally you just win both, right?
Right.
Be the better player, but try to win seed 2, pick the better seed out of the 2 here if you're Lowkey. Maybe be okay with losing seed 3, and then you get that pick on seed 4. You can pick any of the 5 seed types. You have the info from the 3 seeds that you've already played, what you think can give you the best chance at winning. So I think it probably does matter a lot. I mean, like you were saying too, it's just the whole mental thing as well. So hopefully, hopefully Lowkey can win this seed out. And I mean, we've seen fast room portal seeds. I mean, he's got a 620. I don't know if that's on a room portal or not, but I'd have to imagine if you're finishing an entire Minecraft seed in 6 minutes and 20 seconds, that's 200 total seconds. 1% of your time is just spent. I mean, what is that? That's like 4, 8, 12 seconds in portals. That's 6% of the entire run in a portal animation. That's pretty crazy. Getting word from chat that it wasn't a room portal for the 620. That does make sense. I think we'll be ready
that is
to,
true.
yeah, ready to throw it over to the seed. There we go. Perfect. We're ready to get the seed 2 room portal. Again, this could be potentially very, very fast. We've seen room portal seeds with like gold axe, golden carrots, iron nuggets, and you're in the nether in 20 seconds. We've also seen room portal seeds where it's just obsidian, a flint and steel, maybe iron nuggets, no gold axe. Maybe you need to make a bucket to finish out this room portal. So let's see what the quality is here. Okay, I mean, no food, but like almost as good of an enter as you could be asking for. Cows are right there on the screen for both players. You have the FNS. I mean, this is a nice enter for both of these players here. Potentially a very, very fast seed too. Very mechanics heavy. Going to be interesting to see how much food both players get, though. We saw food matter a lot in seeds in week 1. How many cows are these players going to kill? Are they going to be accurate with their axe swings? Again, this is standardized, so both players kill the same amount of cows. They will get the same amount of food. Looks like potentially Lowkey killing 1 less cow than Hackingnoises.
I think that's right.
And then entering close bastion, not insanely close. Is that the bridge?
Hackingnoises has more than 7 here.
No, I thought that was a bridge for you, Nerdy. It's just the side of the fort on the way to the bastion in SSV Fort. Very, very potential fast seed. Very, very potential scary seed as well. Soul Sand Valley, potentially the most dangerous biome in the nether when combined with a fortress. And it is not a bridge, Nerdy. Treasure. Ooh, Lowkey taking a fall. Good boat clutch, though. This seed could be very fast. I mean, what was the pace on the room portal seed that Hax was playing last week? A 130 treasure start, and look at Lowkey, 130 treasure start. Hax is going to be in here at 140. Yeah.
Hax is just behind here. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I guess it was just the extra cow, or
yeah, he's got 9 steak compared to 7.
Yeah,
that's it. And I mean, again, it could matter, but it also could not.
But it also could be time loss, and that's kind of the gamble you have to play, right? Like, we'll have to see. Oh, and Hackingnoises a little bit scuffed there on the bastion route, but
good recovery as well, and he's got the food for it as well. Lowkey starting this treasure route, though. I mean, neither of these runners are going to have to break the spawner. They know exactly where the fort is. Should be literally 1, maybe 2 pearls away. Just going to be up to how many gold blocks are you getting here? When are you getting these backups? Been seeing a lot of runners recently adopt, grabbing this sort of higher left side backup. I really don't know a better way to refer to this gold block, but we've seen a lot of people, grab this backup ASAP almost. Like we'll see Lowkey right here getting this top left gold block and then instantly mining down and trying to suffocate or like sort of block glitch for like how do you, what's the word for that? Like item elevator maybe? The gold block up as well?
I think that's good.
I mean, I've been seeing that from a lot of runners, and I think it's just a nice consistency play. It maybe routes it in better than having to do it from the bottom here. You're digging less blocks. I like the vision. Getting the side backups here as well. Lowkey dealing with a stray pig, but not too bad. How's the obby and chests? Very nice. Looks like we're probably going to be getting 20 from both of these runners. Again, same trades, same chests, same rates, everything like that. So if they both play the bastion perfectly, Lowkey will just leave this ahead because he entered first, but a lot of variation potentially. Looks like Hax has all his trades already, though. Yeah, he's leaving first, but Lowkey leaving they're doing the exact same thing right now.
I mean,
exact same time.
I feel like I could
Hax like
and it'd be
1 second ahead on throwing this pearl, but that's it. Yeah, both of these runners are trying to head back to this SSV. Hax just taking, Hax a little worse terrain, and that's just a couple seconds. Going to come down a lot to strays here. Who's going to get the better strays? Who's going to manage their food and their Wither Skelly, stuff like that better. And Lowkey just going to play the spawner. Hack's not great strays here either. Interesting play. Not sure how many explosives that was from Lowkey. Only crafts one bed, but surely he's got more than one if he's blaze betting. Nice strays on Hack's screen as well. But this spawner could crank for Lowkey. We'll see. Hack's running out of strays. Has to peel back to the spawner potentially. More places to the left
No, I
though.
think he's getting more.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, Lowkey doesn't have a lot of strays. I'm not sure if he 5RD'd too late. Because there's not even like Wither Skellies, you know? Like there's no strays. He's just playing this spawner. So I'm not sure if it was must have just been a late 5RD, or they're all, you know, in this inside part of the fort, but Hack's just tearing up these strays. But I mean, all this time loss, like look, ping-ponging this blaze around, is he gonna go kill that? I mean, it's so volatile, right? And if you're Lowkey, you're able to pre-craft everything, you're able to sit at the spawner. It is just a gamble that you're taking, you know? Lowkey knows, I'm not 5RDing, maybe I'm getting beaten by strays. Hax knows, like, oh my god, this blaze is so far away. Like, look how he's got to go all the way down here to kill this blaze, and then he's gonna have to go all the way back up to even start killing more blazes in the fort. So it's just a very, very volatile play. It's just, how are you dealing with the cards that you're dealt to play the seed as fast as possible?
Look at that.
Four more blazes. Oh wow.
That could be it.
I mean, Lowkey's on 5 rods though as well. Like they are tied on rods right now. And
there's 6.
Yeah, I mean, this is very close. Blinding at the exact same time almost, but Hax is 1 rod ahead. They're going to blind in very, very different spots here. Again, should be service for both players.
Yep.
But potential for different strongholds, technically. Looks like negative stronghold for Lowkey, and he might actually be throwing 2 eyes. Not 100% off that boat eye. And I have no clue. Axe's calculator is cropped the wrong way. So I'm not sure where they're headed. Potentially the same stronghold. We'll see. Same distance.
Likely.
And I mean, Hax is very close to Lowkey. I mean, spawner versus strays. It probably is the same stronghold.
Looks
not as fast of a seed as we thought, though. These rates were not insane. And yeah, I mean, Hack's out. Lowkey needs 1 more rod. He's out as well. Is it different? No, I think it's the same. Yeah.
It's definitely the same. They're both going kind of
going negative. Yeah, I mean, they're both literally the same. Wait, like same exact spot. Maybe within 10 blocks of each other right now.
And there's the pearl, and there's the same
terrain. Spot. Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean. They both have to find it. Hack's starting to dig early. Can't go up anymore. Both have to dig as well. Getting the sprint crawl, big priority here. Yeah, Lowkey keeping the sprint crawl as well. You're able to basically be sprinting here while you're crawling. Yes. If you sprint while you start digging, and then you're able to, you know, spam spacebar and get fast crawling. And I mean, digging down here for Lowkey, same spot. Yeah. Hacks again and entering the stronghold a little faster. I mean, not 30 seconds here, maybe like 15. Because Lowkey building his portal right now, but I mean, so close.
Wow.
Any good spike for Hacks? Any good spike for Hacks? No good spike for Hacks. Shouldn't be a spike for Lowkey either then. No good spike. Maybe something on the left there. Could have been weird with the mobs.
That looked pretty good there for Lowkey.
Yeah, rescanning here for Hacks as well. I mean, both in this ravine, trying to just figure it out. It looks a little ugly. But again, both these runners, they do get the same info. Like, are you going to fall in this ravine? Are you going to turn around and look for a different way? Hacks, potentially another light source here. Doesn't see it. There's such a long pathway here on the side. And yeah, Lowkey in a similar spot. Both trying to do the rescan. No good preemptive for either runner. But look at this. Hacks still has 3 steak nerdy. Lowkey's out of food. He is full hearts. He's full hunger. But if we take more damage in this stronghold, potentially Zero could get weird. Down the ravine for Lowkey. Getting deep in this stronghold. No portal room for either player yet. Hacks hears it. Or Lowkey hears it. Sorry. Yeah, wow. Was down in this ravine. Potentially where this original spike was, just very far. 2 eye as well. Doesn't really matter, but has to hit that hunger reset. It just might not matter. He's in the end first. He hits the 0. It's going to be over. It's back. Is it 100 again? Is this 103? Is he going to do a side setup here? He's doing a side setup. I mean, you have to go for the 0, but this is risky. More so than a regular 0 would be. This is an overcook. I have no idea what's happening. 3 obby? Are we gonna be switching up the bed directions?
Dude, this is awesome.
I'm learning as I'm watching. I've never seen this before. But apparently this is not risky at all. Okay, I lied. Oh my god. It looked fine. I thought he could get a bed off and then just try to charge that anchor, and then the dragon hitbox gets in the way of blowing up the anchor, and then it's just you're backed up in the corner against that obby. It can't even hit you away. You just hit once. Like, he got hit into the tower and then died. And this is Hacks. I mean, he saw the path. It's right there to his right on this 4-way. He's just got to go down and commit to it. That was it. That was an insane split. An insane commentator curse split.
That was pretty crazy.
within literally a second.
Yeah, that was you jinxed him. It's okay though. It's okay. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. That is unfortunate. It's gonna be really hard.
I mean, maybe he couldn't get that bed down. It really looked like it wasn't gonna break it. But I mean, maybe the dragon was low. The dragon was in the anchor, so I could see that. But when you place that anchor as well, I mean, there's Hacks in the portal room. Is he gonna go for this side setup? I mean, he doesn't know that Lowkey's dead, right? Could think that Lowkey didn't go for the 0.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Has no clue that he's just completely wins if he just doesn't die, right? Like,
right. Because he probably thinks Lowkey's just waiting on a perch right now.
Well, that's gonna make him want to go for the 0.
Exactly. Yeah.
Side setup here for Hacks as well. Yeah, both committing an anchor. Same thing, dude. I've never seen this before. This is crazy. I've never seen this. And both runners going for it. Oh, Hacks built it too high though, so it breaks the crystal and the dragon insta flies. I built it at 95 instead of 93, and I didn't say anything because I just have no idea what I'm watching. But I guess it was too high. And he's got 5 beds though. I do think it's just still over. Can easily one cycle with these beds, and I mean, Lowkey has to go all the way back, and he's burned so many explosives. Like, I don't even know if he can kill the dragon, right?
I think he's got to go for like the string in the stronghold or something along those lines.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea, but it's not looking good. And he's got to remember that just disgusting nav as well. I mean, shoutouts though, getting back quickly. Low food though, I mean, scary. And yeah, are you getting library string? What is the play, you know? There's some bread, nice. But again, Hacks gets the perch, and it's just over. Lowkey's got a lot of work left to do to make it back. And
he's just going back in. What is the
Oh my god, is this enough blocks? Not with the boat as well, surely. Surely. We need a crazy boat clutch. Oh, trying to get
that.
You can get there. Yeah, you can get there.
Wow, I did not. I honestly, I was a doubter.
The lower terrain. I mean, you obviously want to go higher because he's just losing this time. You know, building up the dragon is healing. Obviously, I think it would full heal anyways before a perch is, obtained. And it looks like this is a perch for Hacks as well. So again, don't think it was gonna matter. Oh, no perch for Hacks, maybe.
Yeah.
I like the movement though. Is that the snap? No, it's a fireball. And look at this. I mean, maybe a little scary. Hacks is on 2.5.
Yep.
Again, I mean, can't blow up like 5 beds, especially with some armor, but like, I don't think Lowkey still can do anything here. Like, I don't think he has arrows. I don't think he has like spare explosives.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He comes back in the like end, yeah, but like for what exactly? Push for Hacks though. Has to dodge this dragon's breath. Get an obsidian down.
Oh, he misses obsidian. Okay, no, he's
on the wrong side. Nice recovery.
Ooh, now he might have to hit 5 though. He could.
Watch your health. Watch his health. On half a heart. Oh my god. Wait, this is. Oh my god, he's not gonna kill it.
I don't think he gets this.
Yeah, do that. Just do that. Just do it. Just kill it. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Doesn't take the damage on the last possible bed. And it sends the free the end advancement, so Lowkey knows it's over. Oh my god. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, doesn't takes the heart from or the half heart from the first 4 beds. So, like, I see why he doesn't take the half heart there, but I like the play. He just went for it. He just went for the bed. Because I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Like, if you're not killing the dragon, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, at
Right.
that point, it's like you either kill the dragon and die and run back, or you kill the dragon and you win. Like, if you don't kill the dragon there, you just for sure lose. So, I mean, crazy play, and it worked. Didn't take the half heart, didn't take any fire tick, and Hackingnoises takes seed 2 with almost entirely red splits. But again, not by much. I mean, look at the first 4. 5 seconds, 8 seconds. I mean, that's almost nothing. These runners just so evenly matched until just one wrong thing for Lowkey. I mean, he's in the end so much faster, but the death on the 0.
I mean, it was that. Wow. Yeah. Overall. I mean, that was a very, very close match. To me, I feel like the obvious big difference here was that Loki died and that Hax was really slow in the portal to find the portal room. But I will say one thing I'd like to point out is before that, right? If you look at the entire split before that, you could argue that Hax made up all the time and more that he lost in the overworld originally going for that extra cow. So
Yeah, I mean,
he entered the stronghold on more food
and faster.
and faster.
And I think Nerdy, to analyze how he saved that 18 seconds, Lowkey wasn't out of food, right? So he just raw saved that time. How we're going to look at how Hackingnoises saved those 18 seconds. We're going to throw it over to Fulham for our first of many today in-match live analysis, breaking down what Lowkey can potentially do to run back this 2-0, try to reverse sweep, or what Hacks can do to get a quick 3-0, send us to the next match very ahead on schedule. So we will see what Fulham has for us in just a second.
Welcome in to the Fulham halftime analysis segment. It is currently 2-0 for Hackingnoises, and we have a really, really tough situation here. Now, we have the seed 3 playing against the seed 6. There is an obvious favorite when we look at the win percentages, the wins versus opponents, the best rank time. In fact, absolutely every stat is telling you right now, if you were to look at it, that Hackingnoises has an advantage here. If we have a look here, the rank time is better, the average time is better, the wins is better, the win percentage is better, the elo is better. But right now, the only stat that matters is the one that we see at the end of the day. It is the fact that Hackingnoises is 2 seeds up and only 1 seed away from booking a place into the semi-final round. Now, we're going to send you back to seed 1, where we watched some already stark differences in the... Sorry, wait, did I... My fault. Did I make a misspeak there? I apologize. It's early. We're going to have a look at the very start of this overworld, where we already saw Lowkey and Hax have some insane differences in just the overworld routing. We're going to start right here. Feinberg trying to get everyone in chat hyped up, and we can see just straight away how these runners already start looking at different chunks, and this already loses Lowkey around about 10 seconds. Hackingnoises directly goes to the chunk. Lowkey, we can see, after 20 seconds of in-game time, still has yet to find the BT. So we're already seeing around about a 10-second difference between these runners at this point in time. This is something that's really small, only 10 seconds here and there, but these players are so advanced and so ahead of schedule that this 10 seconds is able to carry through the entire seed. Another really cool thing to notice here is notice how Hackingnoises instantly runs to this island and breaks a wood block here. So the buried treasure was able to provide 10 iron and 2 diamonds. Now, runners have 2 different ways of being able to handle this situation. It's either you make a iron pressure plate here to blow up some TNT, or as Hackingnoises does, breaks 1 wood block to make a wooden button to use all 10 iron. And we see that very early on in this situation, whereby you can see Hacking Noises crafts a button allowing him to make an iron axe in this craft, whereas Lowkey has made an iron pressure plate, meaning that he has to make a stone axe. I believe he actually has to mine some stone here, which again only loses him a few seconds, but these few seconds start to add up. And you can see here just the difference between their inventories, as well as this being another few seconds difference. Hacking Noises decides to commit to hearing these lava pop noises through this ravine. They both head down to the same ravine, both find out that it's a fake ravine, and then Hacking Noises digs through this wall to get to a lava pool, which Lowkey decides not to do. Instead, Lowkey decides to go and boat to this other magma ravine, while Hacking Noises keeps digging through to find this lava pool. This small difference adds up to be, again, another 10 seconds or so, where Hacking Noises is able to enter the nether a full 18 to 20 seconds ahead of Lowkey. It's a really interesting situation between how these runners just decided to make the tiniest differences in the overworld, which has led to the biggest changes throughout. And we're going to see that for the rest of the seed. Now, there wasn't a lot of differences through how they routed the rest of the seed, but this overworld was a massive difference. And we can see here just one small thing I wanted to draw the attention to. Commentators did miss out on it ever so slightly. Chat picked up on it hugely. But notice that Lowkey has an ender pearl hung out, throws a fire res while being caught on the side of this leaf, throws it, it splashes on the floor. 0 fire resistance. None picked up from this splash potion. He builds over a little bit more, pearls, throws another fire resistance, and misses! It went down here! I want to see if I can get the right frame. Oh. Throws it. No! He missed the leaf, so that's -2. He uses 2 of his 3 fire resistance potions and gets no effect. When this lands, has to throw his 3rd and final fire resistance. And he throws it before he throws the pearl, just to make sure. Luckily, this didn't come back to bite him, but it's these small mistakes that could really add up. And if you're a Lowkey fan and you're really rooting for Lowkey, this is the kind of mistake you're going to need Hacking Noises to make for Lowkey to have a chance to come back in this best of 5 match. Now, of course, Seed 1 was indeed taken by Hacking Noises here. And we can see that even from this, Hacking Noises had a cave blind here, which was a pretty difficult situation to deal with, but did deal with it very well, able to climb out of the cave and get to the surface. Really, really good stuff from Hacking Noises here. And Lowkey, on the other hand, was able to blind into an ocean, meaning that he didn't have to worry about dealing with this cave. It was a really good time save for Lowkey, and was able to make up a little bit of time, but not quite all of the time from before. So we're going to see, yes, he blinded into an ocean here. Really, really good stuff. I believe didn't have to throw 2 eyes. But one thing I wanted to notice was I just took a screenshot of the splits here. So again, Hacking Noises had a different route in the overworld, saving him around 24 seconds. And by the time they entered the end, there was still only 27 seconds that separated these 2 runners. Entering the fortress, 25 seconds. Entering the bastion, 29 seconds. There's only between 20 and 30 seconds between these runners, the entire seed. And that all came in the overworld split. All of that time save came from going between a different ravine and not able to find the buried treasure at the same time. It was a super, super close scene. And I think, had Lowkey have found the buried treasure a little bit faster and found the correct magma ravine, I do genuinely think it could have gone either way. And now we move on to Seed 2. Now, something I wanted to notice here, that this was a very linear seed. This is something that all of the runners love to see. All ranked seeds are pretty similar to this. And this one in particular, very straightforward, very one and done, very simple to understand. But there was a few differences between their inventories. Now notice, Lowkey has entered the Bastion, I would say around 5 to 10 seconds ahead of Hacking Noises at this point. Maybe even around 15. But there are a few subtle differences in their inventory. You can see that Lowkey only has 7 steak and 26 wood. This lack of blocks early on can actually make a very big difference in a bastion like Treasure, because you need to use so many blocks to be able to navigate through this bastion to get all of the piglins into one specific hole. Whereas on Hacking Noises' screen, we have 9 stake and 47 blocks, basically doubling the number of blocks in Hacking Noises' inventory. And by the time you finish this route, Lowkey only has around 13 blocks remaining, meaning that he doesn't have enough wood to be able to craft all the beds required for Zero Cycle. This may have actually came back to bite Lowkey in the end, because after Hacking Noises was able to gather a lot of strays using the dynamic render distance, we actually see that here. He changes his render distance, as you can see in the chat down here. As soon as he goes back up onto the fortress, look in this corner down here, we're going to see him toggle his render distance up and down to differentiate between the higher and lower mob cap status, and gets these 4 stray blazes right here. Really, really good stuff. And as soon as we're going towards the second portal, something again to note, the difference in food once again for these two players. 5 steak for Hacking Noises and only 1 steak for Lowkey. This came to fruition in the stronghold, where Lowkey was running around that stronghold for a really long time, but Hacking Noises was able to take even longer, but didn't need to worry about the food situation. You saw that Lowkey had to spend time hunger resetting in the portal room, whereas Hacking Noises was able to use the food that he gathered in the overworld to just eat and take his time and find the portal room. It did take a lot longer, though. Lowkey was able to navigate the stronghold a lot more efficiently. Finally, we did have this from Lowkey, where Lowkey was able to find the portal room, pearls down, and has to hunger reset, as we can see here. Which is really clever. Resetting his hearts, resetting his hunger bar, and entering the end and going for this pretty impressive side setup Zero Cycle. And once he is able to go for this, sadly, obviously, we do know what happens here. Does set up at a slightly different spot to Hacking Noises. I think it was literally 1 block different. And after the double setup here on the sides, sadly, the dragon does indeed come down. Doesn't get enough knockback, I believe, on one of these beds. I think it might have been that one right there. You can notice something that I spotted while this dragon was, while this bed was exploded. Notice how the head hitbox kind of collides with this obsidian. Now, I'm no Zero Cycle expert, but I have heard that some obsidian can block some knockback to knock the dragon further up. So, don't shoot the messenger. I don't know too much about the Zero Cycle tech and the, about everything involved. However, I do think that this may have caused a slight issue. I don't know if it's only going to be damage related or if it could also be knockback related, meaning that the dragon doesn't quite fly high enough on the next rotation. And even though Lowkey tries to save it, notices on this rotation that the dragon is too low to place this bed. This dragon is far too low, and it's going to collide and break the bed. Look at how low the dragon's head hitbox collides with this anchor, but he's not able to explode the anchor in time to blow it up, meaning that, unfortunately, he does take a death here. Gratefully for Hacking Noises, in fact, Hacking Noises sets up his Zero Cycle 1 block higher than Lowkey, and surprisingly, is actually grateful for the fact that the crystal explodes here. It's a pretty weird situation to be grateful to miss the 0, but of course, Hacking Noises wasn't to know that Lowkey was in fact dead in this situation. So, Hacking Noises had a free shot at this 1 cycle. 5 beds to do it, a lot of time. I actually missed what exactly happened to determine the health bar going down so much. I believe that Hacking Noises pearled in during a fake perch. Sadly, I was already collecting another clip while that was going on. But at the end here, we see that Hacking Noises is able to run in, dodge this Dragon's Breath, pearled in for a fake perch, losing some extra hearts, sets up the obsidian, almost misses it, and is on the wrong side, but gets there, blows up the first bed, second bed pretty good, third bed pretty good, fourth bed not as good, and we can see that the dragon here is on over a quarter of its health. We know that the axe is only going to be able to swing 7 times, and after those 7 times, the dragon will fly away. So once we see Hacking Noises swing at the dragon that many times, we're going to see a risky play on just half a heart. Half a heart has to go for an explosion. And now, of course, explosion damage is going to kill him in this situation. But, luckily, while backing up as far as he possibly can, takes no damage from the bed and avoids all of the fire tick, shakes his mouse in anticipation of killing the Ender Dragon, obviously receiving the freeing the end advancement, and that is the end of Seed 2. Now, chat, this is a best of 5. It's a first to 3. Hackingnoises has taken the first 2 seed, arguably as the underdog going into this match. Can Hackingnoises get the 3rd seed and take it to a 3-0 against the last season's winner of the ranked playoffs, Lowkey, or will Lowkey mount the craziest comeback that we've seen in the Season 3 playoffs so far? I don't know. You don't know. You had better stay here to watch out and check to see what happens in these next few seeds. I'm going to pass you guys back over to my friends in the commentary booth. These guys down here, Feinberg and Nerdy. Appreciate you guys for being here for the ranked analysis segment. Sending you guys back over.
Thank you to Fulham for our first analysis segment oh my god, of today. Definitely more to come. We'll have analysis segments at the end of every second seed, and then if we need them at the end of every 4th seed, heading into potential game 5s that we can see today. And I mean, I hope Lowkey runs it back. Maybe not like the full way. Like I'd be okay with, this going 3-1 hacks, 3-2 hacks. I mean, even 3-2 Lowkey, but seeing a 3-0 to start the day, I mean, Lowkey's been playing well. But Hacks has just been playing well also, and it's just been the small things. Just the 0 mistake from Lowkey, and then, I mean, in Seed 1 was just the overworld ravine decision-making. That was it. It's just one thing in both these seeds that has lost him, and he's just got to clean up those mistakes, and we know he can win the seeds. I mean, we saw it last week. We saw it the entirety of last season. So I think Lowkey can bounce back. Had a big mental reset here, 10, 15 minutes in between playing Seed 2 and Seed 3. I think it's possible, Nerdy. I think we can see a game 4.
I think I absolutely, I mean, Lowkey, the winner of last, season, I think absolutely it's likely that we'll see a Seed 4. I will say, though, this is going to be hard. And not only do you have to win 1 game, not only do you have to win 2, but you have to win 3 without dropping a single seed.
Yeah, I mean, if you make any weird mistake, any mistake, can't happen. Any just weird seed RNG can't happen. You don't have a buffer anymore. You have to 3-0. And we know Lowkey can do it. He still has a positive record against hacks, even with these 2 losses. It's very possible. I think we throw it over to the seed selection screen for just a bit here. I mean, Lowkey gets to pick, but there's only 1 seed to pick from. It's only the village left out of our 5 seed types to play, so we're going to see Lowkey picking the village, and if he does win this seed, and we do have to play a seed 4, Hacks is going to pick from any of the 5 possible seeds left to try to go up 3-1. So, I mean, back against the wall for Lowkey in almost in more ways than one, have to win out 3 seeds, but you don't even get to pick your seed for game 4 and game 5. Hacks can throw whatever he wants at you. Because if we do get to the seed 4 or seed 5, Hacks is going to be the loser, right? If he wins a seed, it's over. We don't get to play anymore. So, I mean, Lowkey's in a rough spot, but again, it does just change the overworld. The nether and the end doesn't matter at all what you pick for the overworld, and Lowkey can just play better and win out. I mean, you can't interact with your opponent at all, so he's just got to show up and play his best, and I think it's possible. Obviously helps if Hacks makes mistakes here and there, like Fulham was showing us. There are those small mistakes from Hacks, but Lowkey's just been making bigger ones.
Here we are. We're starting this next match. We got to see some flawless gameplay from Lowkey, though. I will say, he's won a previous tournament. He knows what the pressure is like. I don't think that it will, I mean, it's obviously going to be stressful, but I think that he can handle it.
Yeah. If there's anyone that understands the nerves of ranked, it's either Lowkey or Silver. Yeah,
one of those two.
And Silver's not in this match, so it's going to be Lowkey. Both runners finding the blacksmith. Every village seed will have a blacksmith due to the ranked filter. Depends on what it has, though. Could have obsidian, could have iron, could have both just for iron. Gonna be looking like a pickaxe craft from both of these runners, get our stone tools. And then it's about, where are we routing for the golem? Where are we routing for our food? Where are we routing for the enter, the flint, the water, all these things. Very, very heavy decision-making seed coming out from these villages. I think Hacking Noises made buttons. That's what people are saying in chat. I was watching Lowkey craft. Interesting. Iron Shovel play from both gamers. Golem will always drop 4, so this is okay decision. It does remove the shield craft potentially. Not like you really ever want to play for first in ranked, but it does mean that you can't. Hacking Noise is taking 1 hit to the golem. Might not matter. Some good food from Lowkey there. Only 2 bread. And this is actually another blacksmith. Is there obby in here? Only 4. So, not the enter that these runners were looking for. Going to be a lava pool somewhere. Actually interesting that neither runner saw this blacksmith first. I mean, if there was iron in here, could have been completely useless to kill a golem. Only 2, so not the worst play, but Lowkey realizing that he's got 2 extra iron, making shears for blocks as well, and I don't think Hax is going to do this. He's got 43 wood, so it might not be a huge deal, but isn't going to have the leaves that Lowkey has. I like how Lowkey's playing this overworld better.
Yeah.
Got the flint, already in this desert. It's just all about finding the lava pool, and I like the desert play. Higher chance of these lava pools spawning. But we can't see one. Should be within 10 chunks of the village center, but it could be, weirdly in this plains, weirdly in this forest. Up to both runners to, play with their knowledge of the filter, play with their knowledge of the terrain. Hackingnoise is looking in the same desert that Lowkey was, sees nothing. I think Lowkey's going to go back in this plains and hopefully find the lava pool over here. If it's not over here, I don't know where it's going to be.
For sure. It looks
Just
like
waiting for it to show up, yeah. But both runners, I mean, there's only so much overworld that you can scan before the lava pool just has to be there.
right.
So, looks like Lowkey has found it, yeah. And I mean, Hack's running in the same direction. Gonna find it within, 15, 20 seconds as well. But this is Lowkey first in the nether. He was first in the room portal sea, but had less food. But I think he's got more food here and is in first. Again, just the start of the seed, but if he plays perfectly, it's enough time. You've seen in the splits, I mean, in seed 1, like Fulham was showing us, only 3 seconds of difference in the entire nether split from both of these runners. So, I mean, they're that evenly matched. This overworld time difference of 10, 15 seconds could be the difference maker.
Yeah, I think, it's been really close throughout these matches, but it seems like it has come down ultimately to kind of these runners. Just the micro stuff, it feels like. I mean, I guess with the exception of the 0 death, but just the difference overall to me that has been the biggest difference. It's just like these small little things adding up over time. So I think every second here matters. I think, oh, it's a bridge. It's a bridge. Here we go.
I was waiting for you to notice this.
I didn't make the connection until I don't know why. I wasn't thinking about it, and now I'm hyped.
Let's see, Nerdy. It's possible.
Surely.
Is there going to be a bookcraft? Pickaxe and helmet. No, just the helmet from Lowkey, no pickaxe. Is Hack's going to do it? You're 0 for 1 right now.
I'm kind of sad. I'm devastated. I'm devastated, chat.
Good access. I mean, it's not a buried bridge. You might not need a gold pick, right? I could see why they wouldn't.
True. That is true. No, it's not a bad play. I'm just.
Oh, yes, there it is.
Yes,
there it is.
It is. Oh, it's so cool. Sorry. Okay, I'm so happy. Okay, that's gonna win Lowkey the game, or that's gonna win Hackingnoises the game, guys. It's over.
That's the time save.
It's GG. It's GG. It's done. And now the game is.
You got to see what you wanted, Nerdy.
Yes.
People happy. Slightly different bridge routes too, coming from both players. Hack's just approaching the shoulder slightly differently, but both trading on this left triple. I mean, very little variety here, and the fort on the way to the Bastion as well. Haven't seen these runners need to pyrite and a seed yet today. So No opportunity for some decision-making overlap there. I mean, Lowkey should just be in the fort first. Depends on how many pigs, obviously. And I think Lowkey actually saved a little bit more time heading to this Bastion as well with the leaves. Being able to just crank the blocks building up to it. Not that many pearls. Has the obby, though. Has the string. Lowkey, I think maybe one more pearl trade, maybe one more fire res, but I think he's going to be ready to leave soon. Yeah, grabbing that gold and he's gone. Has one spare fire res. Oh, rehung the pearl. Okay. Wanted to repop a fire res. Not entirely sure what that decision making was, but it looks like Hack's hanging his own pearl. So yeah, Lowkey just a clean couple trade cycles ahead. Hax has all his stuff though. Bad pearl from Lowkey. Has to burn the gap.
Big pearl from
really not a big deal,
there.
but I mean a little bit of time loss being traded back. Pearling up to the spawner. Nice play from Lowkey. Good heads up play. Weird spot for this first place to be. But again, I mean, Lowkey, we're seeing him at a spawner, not forcing strays. Is this a double spawner though? Oh, it is a double spawner. Okay. It's like weird with this four-way, but it is just a raw double spawner. So, I mean, both these orders, how are you going to play this? Like, are you blaze betting one? Are you blaze betting both? Are you just mining them out? How do you control the blazes, right? Because they're both open spawners. If you blaze bet here, these blazes are going to go everywhere. And I mean, Hackingnoises about a blaze bet and gets the blazes spawning. 4 spawn on this enclosed spawner with the blaze bet as well. 1 spawn, and I mean, the other spawner just cranking as well. This is going to be a fast blaze split, even though these rates are horrendous. I think I just saw 5 blazes not drop in a row on Hax's screen. Wonder if we'll see a double blaze bet. I mean, he's got 27 wool. Oh, Lowkey almost dying. But he's good. No double blaze bed. Is Hax even going to play these strays on the side, too? When you have a double spawner, it is so enticing to play the double spawner, but the blazes are just right there on the side. I like this play from Hax. Overlapping the measuring early so you know when you can potentially leave to kill those strays. And, you know, giving yourself more time to overlap the spawner cycles, right? You know, sitting in the portal animation, building the portal. You're letting these spawners continue to cook, for lack of a better word.
Right.
Well, there the rates go up. Lowkey getting 3 blazes in a row to drop rods. So he's got 12 eyes. Hax has 8. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, 10. Hax needs 1 more rod, but I mean, but he's already measured. Lowkey hasn't measured. Oh, never mind. He's got 2. I was reading that 2 wrong. Okay, so Hax. Okay, I was like, he got a lot of time. My apologies. Hax has 8 eyes now. Lowkey has 12. But Lowkey does have to measure, and Hax, I mean, has this time at the double spawner to pre-craft. And I think these blazes are just going to drop. I mean, they dropped all in a row for Lowkey. I think these are going to drop for Hax. Oh, he's got so many. Yeah, and he's out. Just slightly ahead as well. I mean, if we keep this pace, there's only so much seed left to play. It could be just a 3-0 for Hax.
This would be ridiculous. If he takes the win here, this would be absolutely ridiculous from Hax.
Both players going to the same stronghold. Hax is just ahead on the pace here. And I mean, Hax was behind.
Yeah,
entering the nether.
So.
I don't even know where the time save came. They played the same spawners. I don't know. He was in the fort second, and I was just so ahead.
I think he made up a little bit of time in the Bastion.
Oh my god, look at this too. Triple gold pick on the hotbar. Look at this pre-craft. He lost his sprint crawl. Lava scary as well. Ooh, watch it. Yeah, weird with the soul sand and the boat and the crouching. It's just weird. And look at Lowkey, no gold picks. I mean, just what a heads up play for Hax. Just pre-crafting everything. Lowkey found better terrain. Yeah, he's digging down already.
Is he?
Wait, maybe?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's good.
I guess so.
Maybe not on the perfect chords. They did dig at 13 chords differently. Oh, Hax has to go sideways. Okay, yeah, Lowkey just found better terrain. Wow, I thought Hax was so ahead, especially with the gold picks, but Lowkey first in the stronghold, and yeah, if it's easy nav. He's not in starter, though. Look at this.
That could keep him in this.
Not in starter. Oh, maybe this is starter. Okay. I was going to say Hax might not spawn in starter either. He is in starter, though. Did Lowkey get a good spike? That's a library. Does Hax have a better spike, though? No, they go the same exact direction. Are we trying to force this way here?
There it is.
Both find it, but Lowkey's in first by seconds. And that's just it. That's all you need for 0. If he hits the 0, it's over. And he's got half bow as well. Look at that inventory. Prepped in case the 0 is weird. And this is back 87?
Ooh.
And that pearl was bad, though.
Yeah, that pearl was really not good. Let's
Is this
see. You might be able to
high
clutch
enough?
this up.
Yeah, he's going one out. It is. I think does he have enough explosives? 3 more beds and 2 anchors. Oh my god, no, I think he choked.
And here,
Oh, maybe not.
It's
Well, like Hacks just has more damage. It might not even matter. He went higher as well.
I think Hacks just won.
Hacks just won. Lowkey threw bad pearls. It's over. It doesn't even matter if Lowkey killed it, which he didn't. But it's over.
And it's 3-0 to the previous tournament winner.
Yeah, Lowkey's out. Wow.
Oh my god.
I have to take back exactly what I said. It didn't matter how fast Lowkey entered that end faster. Hackingnoises just crushed the 0. And that's it.
I'm like in shock.
8 seconds. I mean, we saw Wally Yoshi make up 6 seconds on Lowkey in a 0 last week. And Hackingnoises makes up 8 seconds, which is just unheard of in 0. Like there should be almost no time difference. But Lowkey just throwing, I mean, what, a Y like 74, Y 75 pearl? To an 87 tower? I mean, he had a build at 90 and he barely got there. And I mean, even if he got that 0 off, it was slower, but it was so scuffed that he didn't even kill the dragon. Like Lowkey could have been in there a minute faster and still would have lost with that 0 performance. I don't know, man. Like, is it nerves? Like, who knows? But this is not the Lowkey we saw last season. Not even the Lowkey we saw last week. But again, I mean, I really don't think it's just one small mistake in every seed. Hackingnoises is just playing so well.
Yeah, I think that is 100% the case. Like Hackingnoises just balled out today. I mean, just incredible.
For lack of a better word.
Yes, yeah, sir. I mean, just absolutely crushed it. I don't think Lowkey even really played bad. I mean, the 0s were definitely not ideal for Lowkey today, but just pace-wise, I feel like, I mean, Hackingnoises did great. Just played consistently, played aggressively when needed. Just amazing stuff.
And yeah, I mean, taking our first spot in the semifinals. Again, we're playing all of our quarterfinals matches today. We have Dougal versus Priffin coming up next. I mean, a quick 3-0 too as well. I mean, a little ahead of schedule, but I mean, not what I expected out of our game 1 today, Nerdy. I would have not have told you 3-0. Yeah.